The ayes have it. Carrie, we have the first bill, which is PG 402. Can you read the bill,
Ye-
please?
Yes, this is Prince George's County Hospital's sale of patient debt. The bill authorizes a hospital to sell debt owed to the hospital by a patient for hospital services for the sole purpose of canceling the debt. The patient is not responsible to the hospital or the county for any amount of debt that is sold or for any interest, fees, or costs associated with the sale of the debt. The State Health Services Cost Review Commission must treat the amounts of payments to the hospitals as an offset for uncompensated care amounts reported by hospitals. And finally, if the county cancels a patient's debt, the county must notify the patient of such. And this was introduced by Delegate Ivy, and he additionally introduced some amendments. So the amendment requires hospitals to report any debt purchased by Prince George's County to the Health Services Cost Review Commission. This reporting must include the total dollar amount of the debt, the total dollar amount paid to the hospital, and the total number of patients whose debt was sold. The amendment further requires hospitals to dismiss any pending action for collection of debt, which is sold to Prince George's County. A hospital is also prohibited from engaging in collection activities on 100% of sold debt and collecting on any judgments pertaining to sold debt. Hospitals are also prohibited from reporting adverse information to a credit reporting agency based on debt which has been sold. The amendment requires that any debt sold to Prince George's County be at least 2 years old, not expected to yield reimbursement from a third party, and not be subject to an open insurance appeal, and for an individual whose family income is at or below 500% of the federal poverty level, or who has medical debt exceeding 5% of their family income. The amendment allows for a reduction of commission charges for debt sold to Prince George's County. It also requires Prince George's County to seek to vacate any judgment or strike any adverse information reported to credit bureaus in relation to the sold debt. And finally, the amendment adds a sunset provision of 2 years to the bill.
Okay, thank you. Is there, Delegate Ivy, is there anything you would like to add before, I ask the committee members for discussion or ask questions? Is there anything you want to add?
Madam Chair, I just want to thank you and members of the committee for the work that you've been doing on this piece of legislation. I appreciate your patience. Been working with advocates to ensure that this legislation is achieving the goals and protecting our consumers and privacy, so on and so forth. I want to specifically thank Madam Chair Penny Melnick for the work that she's been doing in HGO on helping us get this piece of legislation to where it is today. Long story short, this legislation is amended into the format of legislation that passed last year. And so again, really appreciate the work, and I'm asking for a favorable report. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate Ivy. Is there any discussion from the committee?
Move the bill.
Okay, you want to move the amendments first, madam?
Move the amendments, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay. All in favor of moving the amendments? Say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, the ayes have it. Now, we need a motion to move the bill.
So move.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Carrie, roll call.
Yes.
Thank you,
Delegate Barnes is absent. Delegate Pena Melnick,
Yes.
Delegate Roberson,
Aye.
Delegate Taveras,
Aye.
Delegate Turner,
Aye.
and Delegate Fennell.
And I vote aye. Let the record reflect, this bill has been passed. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you, and Delegate Ivy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now we'll move on to, do we have Delegate Holmes in the, he's on?
Yes, Madam Chair, I am here.
Okay, great. Okay, Carrie, can you read Prince George's 408, please?
408 is Prince George's County Community Association's management registration fees for alternative dispute resolution. The bill requires the Prince George's County Office of Community Relations to provide revenue from annual community association management registration fees to fund alternative dispute resolution for disputes between community associations and owners in Prince George's County. Under existing law, a community association is a condominium council, a homeowners association, or a cooperative housing corporation. The bill defines owner to mean a member, unit owner, or lot owner of one of those entities respectively. This was introduced by Delegate Holmes. There were also some amendments introduced by Delegate Williams. With that summary. What happens? And the summary of those amendments are: the amendment renames the Community Association Managers Registry to be the Community Association Registry. Each community association, which includes condominium councils of unit owners, homeowners associations, and cooperative housing corporations in the community, must register with the registry and renew registration by January 31st each year. The county executive is required to establish the fee in a sufficient amount to fund the cost to establish and administer the administrative hearing process of the Prince George's County Office of Community Relations. Under existing law, the fee is set at $100. The fee may include a per unit charge to the common ownership community for renewal, fees for service relating to the administrative hearing process that seeks to recover the actual costs of the services, and a per unit charge to developers when the documents for the community association are recorded. The original bill requires the fee to be used to cover costs for the alternative dispute resolution process provided by the county for disputes that arise between a community association and a unit or lot owner or member of a co-op. The amendment changes this to apply to an administrative hearings process instead, rather than an alternative dispute resolution process. The amendment also clarifies that the costs covered by the fees may include technical assistance provided by the office and the Commission on Common Ownership Community in the county. In addition to the annual registration fee set by the county executive, the governing body of the county may establish reasonable fees for services relating to the administrative hearing process and a per unit charge to developers when documents are recorded. The fees must be used for the same purpose as the registration fee for the community associations. The governing body of a community association is responsible for compliance with the requirements under the bill. And finally, a person who fails to register or makes a false statement on a registration form may not file a dispute under the administrative hearings process provided through the county until the person registers as required.
Thank you, Carrie. Delegate Holmes is in the room. Is there anything you would like to add? Because I know Delegate Tavares had some questions last time. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I certainly do. Back in September, the County Council approved and passed a bill, CB 31. The County Council, and as I look at the legislation passed by the County Council, all the members of the County Council, I believe all of them anyway, all the members of the County Council were either co-sponsors or sponsors of the bill. CB 31 is a bill that was hugely requested by the citizens of Prince George's County because citizens of Prince George's County were having difficulties with their common ownership communities. And as indicated in the discussion, a common ownership community is a co-op, a condo, or an HOA. When this CB 31 was heard in the County Council, the room was packed with citizens really requesting some assistance. And one of the things that when the bill was passed in the county, CB 31, there was an amendment that was put on the bill, CB 31, which made it subject to funding, which is why I put in the original bill. The original bill had a language in it about the $100 fee. The $100 fee is existing language. That was not something that was added by the original bill. That's existing language. So the original bill, what that did was it took that $100 and made it payable directly to the Office of Community Relations, which oversees these common ownership community. So I wanted the money to go directly to the unit or the department that did this administration for this particular scenario. And now the amendments by Delegate Williams goes into greater detail to explain how the administrative functions of this should work. There were some questions that came up. Let me back up. There are two CCOCs in the state. One is Prince George's County and one is Montgomery County. I have the benefit of being a commissioner on both. And a question was asked last week about the fees that were charged by Montgomery County. So I provided that budget, the second quarter statement by the Department of Housing, to the members of this committee, just so that you could see the Montgomery County budget. That in no way reflects what the Office of Community Relations in Prince George's County is going to be charging or what their fees will be at all. I don't know what their fees are going to be in reference to the per door unit, because that is left up as discussed in the amendments by Delegate Williams. That's left up to the county executive and others. But someone asked me about the Montgomery County budget, and therefore I just sent it to you to make sure I answered your question. One thing I may add is that this CC organizations are being requested by multiple jurisdictions across the state. I have been asked by other jurisdictions, Anne Arundel County, Baltimore County, Charles County, etc., to assist them in creating their CCOC as well. And so I'm just letting you know that this CCOC is something that is in demand by multiple jurisdictions across the state. And we are very fortunate that we have one in Prince George's County. And all we are trying to do, me and Delegate Williams with her amendment, is trying to make this particular CCOC more functional and have the more abilities to service the citizens of Prince George's County. And with that, Madam Chair, I'll entertain any questions that anyone else might have.
Thank you, Delegate Holmes. Is there any discussion or any questions in reference to from the committee?
Hey, ladies, I'm on a Zoom call.
Hello?
Rose, I'm
Oh,
on a
can you
Zoom call.
mute?
You guys gotta
Can
be quiet.
Can you mute? Can you mute?
Latasha, you're not
Can you
muted.
mute,
I'm
Latasha?
sorry.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions from the committee? Yes,
I'll-
Delegate Rivers, yes.
I don't have any issue, but I would like to see the figures. I don't know why, but I didn't get a chance to see the figures. How do you recall off the top?
Delegate
What was the
Holmes?
cost in Montgomery County?
Delegate Holmes?
That budget that I sent to everyone is about 25 pages in length, and it is quite detailed. I don't know all the numbers off the top of my head, but
Okay.
Montgomery County, theirs is a little bit different than Prince George's, but I did send it to everyone on the committee.
Yes.
Okay, I'll look for it. I don't have any real issue with the bill. Actually, like I said last time, I love it. My concern is that if we allow to charge by room, by unit, there is a high cost differential. At least like in my condo, $100 flat fee is very different from $2,300. So if we're charging at like $6 a unit,
Okay.
$6.50, as you mentioned last time. So that's my concern.
Thank you, Danny. Is there any other on the committee? If not, I entertain.
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, sorry, for the late. Because I did raise questions also last meeting, so I just wanted to share since I did raise questions. I did speak because of the amendments that were offered by Delegate Williams. I did speak to her, and she did share with me just for the record that the amendments that she offered were to mirror and make us the same as Montgomery County. So that was the reason she brought those amendments that included, to your point, Delegate Taveras, the per unit cost. I do have the same concern, but I'm still willing to move the bill out of here so that it can be heard by an entire delegation. Just wanted to share that my question was also answered from last week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Delegate. So if there's no other questions or concerns, can we entertain a motion to move the amendments?
I'll move the amendment.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Can we get a motion to move the bill?
Move the bill as amended.
Thank you
Second.
so much. Thank you. Roll call, Carrie.
Delegate Barnes is absent. Delegate Pena Melnick,
Yes.
Delegate Roberson,
Aye.
Delegate Taveras,
Can't hear you.
Come back around, Carrie.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Chair Fennell,
Yes.
and Delegate Taveras.
Yes.
Okay. Let the record reflect that the amendments and motion has been passed. I thank you all so much, committee. This is actually our last meeting for county affairs. For county affairs, not down, love you guys, but it's the last meeting. So thank you all so much for being patient and diligent with me as I went through my surgery. Thank you, Madam Chair Pena Melnick, for all that you have done and is doing, and the beautiful warm wishes from you and everyone else. And I look forward to seeing you all on the floor.
All right, not at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you
your
all.
leadership, Madam Chair.
Thank you all.
Thank you
Thank
so
you all
much. And
very
I
much.
see you at 8:45. Yes. Okay. Thank you all so much.
See you at
Thank you, Madam
8:45. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
Delegate Holmes. Take care. Thank you,
All right,
Vice Chair
Bye.
Monica Turner, and all of you.
Yes.
And all of you. Thank you.